AITA for emailing my whole fraternity about my girlfriend's infidelity. I'll try to keep this as short as possible. My girlfriend, 22 female, and I, 23 male, had been together since second semester of our freshman year in college, now seniors. Everything had been amazing for us, and I planned on proposing this semester. I had an internship out of state this past summer, but flew back every other weekend to see her. Earlier this semester, I had already bought a ring and was ready to propose. Several of my fraternity brothers knew about it, and some even helped me plan it out. We ended up going to dinner on a Friday at a very nice restaurant, and I began telling her about how much she meant to me, how much I loved her, and all that jazz. She broke down sobbing, huge ugly tears and everything. It was here that she confessed to having cheated on me while I was gone, and it was tearing her up inside. Stunned, I broke up with her on the spot, paid for the dinner, and walked out on her. Over the next day, over a dozen of my fraternity brothers and other friends asked me how the proposal went. Then, word got out about what happened. 20 more people were asking about what happened before Sunday ended. I have chapter on Mondays, and didn't want to have go explain what happened anymore. I just couldn't handle that emotional strain. So I wrote up an email explaining why I broke things up. I sent this to all 90 of my fraternity brothers. I received major flack from some of my ex's friends about airing out our dirty laundry for the world. She has been ostracized by my brothers and, apparently, has been on the receiving end of hateful words. People are muttering "Oled" and "cheater" as they walk by her. Among my close friends, there was a clear gender divide. The guys said I was justified, but the girls were sympathetic, saying this was a private matter that I invited the rest of campus to weigh in on. So, AITA, am I an A for airing out dirty laundry? This is going to get buried. I'm leaving it up anyway. NTA. I'm disappointed at all the YT/ESH calls here. I believe you when you say that it was emotionally difficult to learn that someone you had planned to marry had cheated on you, literally during your pre-planned proposal dinner. It sounds like others dismiss this. I also believe you when you say it was painful to continuously revisit/rehash a painful circumstance. You had enlisted a big group to help you with some of your proposal plans, and it was understandable that they'd keep checking in with you to see how it went, meaning well but unintentionally twisting a painful knife. It sounds like others think you're lying about this. I also believe that you have every right to be honest and share the cause of your pain with your friends and brothers as you look for support in a difficult time. Some of your friends/brothers might be responding like but I see nothing intentionally harmful here from you. Others seem to think it is your obligation to eat some of your ex's emotional harm by your not sharing the truth of what happened. Like you're supposed to keep it secret that someone you wrongly trusted was dishonest to you, and as a result your life trajectory has changed. Duck that. Speak up. You have nothing to be ashamed of. It might help if you remind the people listening that you don't want them to intentionally cause anyone else suffering. But you're not really even obligated to do that. People should know already. I like you. You clearly understand how painful this crap can be to people. Great post. Take my upvote. Her and her friends can twist the narrative all they like, try to get pity, etc. but OP got one hell of a brutal breakup. He is no longer responsible for his excess emotional well-being, and his actions don't need to take her into account any longer. She certainly didn't do him any solids. That ML made his emotional well-being improve, and that is all that he needs to consider. He isn't lying about her, nor is he sharing this outside of his immediate surroundings of people. If he emailed the university, that's malicious. He emailed people he will be interacting with in the next 24 hours. That were clued into the proposal. He was faithful, she was not. He was planning marriage, she was hiding, having SEs with another man between, when he was visiting weekly. I'm unsure if people that are saying that OP is realize that in many fraternities you may live within the frat house. You're not going to see 90 guys every day, so it's not going to be surprising that in a week or two when you're feeling better you run into someone who pulls off the scab. I would say that the content of the email would be relevant, but if it's in the vein of as many of you know tonight was supposed to be my proposal dinner this evening. However, she stated that she was no faithful to me while I was away. as opposed to posting it over social media, etc. That's a fair difference. Did she expect him not to say why they broke up to anyone? Even if he didn't email that she cheated, the news would have spread starting from when he had to break the news to his friends and frat brothers. It's literally play B game win B prizes. If you cheat, people will call you a cheater. You can't be surprised and hurt by that. I agree. I also think for those sympathetic to her that everyone knows, for things that are legal but immoral, public shaming is often the best recourse. She got what was coming to her. Thank you. All these people say ESH and AITA are just the type of people to sweep stuff under the rug. Personally, I would not respect or trust any friends who are willing to cheat on their SO. If they are willing to hurt the person they love, they are willing to hurt a friend. Unless OP lied about anything, he has the right to talk about it. His friends have the right to be angry. Plus, it's not just her dirty laundry, it's his too. I'd hate to say this, but there are probably people who are gonna hate on OP too. It's terrible it got out to all four corners of the campus though. The people who support this exactly. I also find it ridiculous that the girls in the situation are saying that OP needs to be more sympathetic and should have dealt with this more privately. First of all, OP is not going around publicly shaming his ex. He told his friends what happened because they were in on his plans to propose, and it's very understandable how painful it would be to have to explain what happened to everyone again and again. Secondly, as a girl myself, if the roles were reversed, I have a strong feeling the girls would be acting the same way your male friends are. It's ridiculous how when men cheat they are dirty, disgusting womanizer or whatever, but when a girl does, all their girlfriends try to be sympathetic and don't blame the girl who cheated. Cheaters are cheaters, regardless of gender. OP is not ostracizing his ex and trying to ruin her reputation. He did nothing wrong. Edit. The A here are anyone persecuting OP's unfaithful ex. Regardless of her doing a crappy, ducked up thing, no one has the right to act like a child. They're adults. They need to know better. NTA. Why should you have to keep how someone hurt you private? There would be no qualms if this was someone that physically hurt you, or stole your possessions, or committed some other crappy action on you, but for some reason you have to keep it private and personal when it's a true wound to the soul. Now, what you did may be considered a little excessive, but we all process trauma differently, and we can't all recover with some high ground pleasantries. The world knows who she really is now, just like you. But also when another guy tries to date her, that they should have had a heads up that she has cheated before. NTA. Cheaters don't deserve privacy for being cheaters. I'm a woman, and I'm saying that. NTA. Every ESH or YTA here saying that OP is TA for revealing private matters, but it stopped being a private matter when GF went ducking a person outside her relationship. As a woman who has been cheated on, but never cheated on anyone, I think ESH. There's no need to tell 90 guys about it and let her be persecuted. He could email these people again to ask them to stop making comments to her, but he hasn't. People are forgetting that she admitted to cheating. She could have hid it and married him anyway like so many cheaters do. She's a fool for cheating, for sure, but I've never dated a guy that admitted to it. I always had to find out from other people or him slipping up somehow. I think that's why I don't believe she deserves to be persecuted. She at least came clean. Just break up, move on, and be glad you didn't marry her. Everyone is terrible here. OP is not terrible at all. If anything, it's his frat mates. People were asking what happened at the dinner, so he told them. Actions have consequences. If she didn't want to be called a cheater and a harlot, then she shouldn't have acted like one. It's not like OP told those people to say that. NTA. If roles had been reversed, all her friends would know via social media. I'm sorry, what? Do you think every single woman who is cheated on airs it on social media? This is a stupid assumption that literally is not true. NTA. Because you were just informing them, which you would have done in person, if not via email. If you'd sent the email to people you didn't know, or to all of her friends, it would be different. But these are your friends and it's reasonable to tell them about this change in your life. Your ex made a choice and these are the consequences. You didn't lie, so it's too bad she's embarrassed of her behavior, but it's 100% her problem and not yours. NTA. She made her bed, now she gets to lie in it. There wouldn't have even been an email if she'd stayed faithful in the first place. I'm sorry she did that to you, and hope you eventually find someone who deserves you. Seconded. ESH. Your girlfriend is terrible for obvious reasons. Your fraternity is terrible for acting like kids and being rude towards her when they should just avoid her. You are terrible for the way you aired your dirty laundry. You could have just sent an email saying the proposal didn't happen. We broke up. I really don't want to talk about it, so please, can you not ask me about it? Instead you told them exactly what happened and unleashed the fury of 90 frat brothers on your ex. I don't believe you if you say you didn't know how that was going to play out. If that's what the email said, OP definitely Wold still received questions despite not asking for them. He didn't air this out on social media or anywhere publicly. He only informed a group of people who already knew about the planned proposal. The frat brothers might be going a little hard on her, but cheaters don't deserve the absolution of their actions. Why is it OP's job to lie to protect his cheating ex-girlfriend? People asked what happened. He told them it is not his job to protect her reputation. Also, actions have consequences. NTA, and I'm sorry you have to go though this OP. Worldwide comments of the day. If one of you likes clubbing and seems to need to get wasted to have fun, and one of you hates drinking, why are you together? That's such a massive and basic incompatibility. The two of you can't have fun together because your personalities are fundamentally conflicting. Maybe a bit controlling about the drinking, but everything else is way out of line. She clearly wanted to end the relationship, but didn't do it because she didn't think she could do better. Overall NTA. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.